Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another episode of RealTalk. I am GGJ, and first off, it's been an amazing week in Paladins, truly has. My apologies for not doing a video last week, due to the simple fact is I was in hospital. There's nothing I could have done about that. All good though, I'm all fine. Woohoo! I'm still alive, it's all good. This week, it's been amazing. There has been a lot going on, some amazing news as well for pickups and stuff like that. But yeah, first off, EU scene. Let's get straight into the action. Let's not hold back. Summer circuit, 10,000 US on the line. Let's get into the EU scene and go over the results. Here we go. Bring up the EU. There we go. So, on the top of the brackets, first one, Torpedo versus Phil's Potato Men. Sadly, Phil's Potato Men couldn't bring anything to the table here. They couldn't take a game off Torpedo, but still an amazing team. That's Placebo's team. Outstanding. Now, Torpedo took that 2-0. Fate versus the Art of Warfare EU. Fate take that 2-0. Then went to meet Torpedo in the semi-finals. District 69 versus Revolution. Revolution, a new team on the block. I do believe it's Laren's team. Really, really good to see these guys coming into the scene, especially for the summer circuit and making an impact. Sadly, though, not taking any games off District 69, the current DreamHack champions. Looked incredibly strong throughout this game, and obviously they went on to win it 2-0. Death and Taxes versus the Angry Bullets. Angry Bullets actually could not field a roster, so obviously it was a bye for Death and Taxes. A shame, really, because there was plenty of people looking for, to ring. People looking to actually fill in for the tournament, so I don't understand why Angry Bullets couldn't find someone. Sadly, though, they didn't, and of course, Death and Taxes move on to face District 69. Torpedo versus Fate. Torpedo in for the second time now. Well, no, actually, I think it's the fourth week in a row. Torpedo beat Fate out 2-0. A lot of 2-0s throughout the EU scene, as you can clearly see. District 69 versus Death and Taxes. That was another 2-0. But before we get into the finals, we go on to the bronze match. Now, the bronze match was the money match. Everybody was going crazy. It was fantastic. Death and Taxes versus Fate Esports. Fate's new roster came out with swinging. Death and Taxes, new amendments to their roster as well, I do believe. Kamika's gone. Crode's now back in. Not sure if Crode played for Saturday, though. I can't remember. Did he? Didn't he? But anyway, the match went in 2-1 in favour of Death and Taxes. Fate took the first match. Death and Taxes then in succession took Game 2 and Game 3. Game 3 was one of the best games we have ever seen. It went 8-8. It was that close. So I'll walk you through the third game. Death and Taxes took an early lead over Fate, managing to pick up the capture point and then pushing it in, taking a 4-0 lead. Then Fate took the second point and sadly couldn't push it in. Then they defended. Anyway, we moved on to where Fate defended and brought it to 8 points. And of course, you can't win off a defend. So Death and Taxes couldn't push in the final one. There was like 2 defenses by both teams, and it came down to the now by last point where Fate screwed up by taking the wrong positioning. It was wrong positioning in the last engagement and basically got picked apart, and it was pretty much a team wipe. And then the respawn timers were scattered, so therefore only 2 people could get back onto point, tried to hold it off. By that time they had died, and then of course that left 3 people versus 5, and there was actually no deaths on Death and Taxes by that point. So comes down to it, they capped. Congratulations to Death and Taxes. Was one of the most outstanding games of Paladins that I have ever watched. Very proud of Fate. Very proud of Death and Taxes. These 2 teams, when they clash, it's always a good match. Anyway, moving on to the final. Torpedo versus District 69. I almost said Death and Taxes. Almost. Torpedo sadly didn't have Phil. Phil was away for this week, sadly. So they had to bring in a substitute, Keijimitsu, who is the sub for District 69. Weird, we know, but came in, and I don't think they actually had much time to practice, and they just didn't look the part. Game 1 was over before God knows what, so quick. Game 2 looked a lot better. Torpedo coming back, managed to get 4 to 5 points against District 69. And then Game 3, again, was fairly close. But District 69 take EU Week 4. A quick, well, I wouldn't say quick 3-0. Again, Torpedo, they didn't have a full roster. They weren't at full strength. So, there's not much that they could have done without Field there, the Cassie player. That's taking the nut off one of your wheels. It's just not there. The synergy's not there with a new player and stuff. It's going to take time. But, of course, Phil will be back this week. So, hopefully, the finals next week, week 5, the Torpedo could make it. Maybe not. Who knows? Upsets have happened. So who knows? It's definitely looking good. District 69, though, they did come out swinging. Not taking it away from District 69. They did look amazing throughout the tournament. But, yeah. First place, District 69. Second place, Torpedo. Death Attack is coming in third. And fourth place, Fate Esports. Right then. It was an amazing week in EU. Obviously, 8 teams coming up. We're starting to get the core essence of what our top 4 are. Phil's Potato Men should probably be where Fate is. The reason I say that is because they are an amazing team. Tremendous team. But they couldn't attend week 1 or week 2. Which one was it? Week 1. So therefore, that messed up the seeding. They were going to end up not being able to get seeded because they didn't participate. So therefore, they're always going to be coming up for the rest of the tournament. They'll be coming up against like first or second seed. So they know that now, and you got the full circuit coming up after the summer circuit, and before we go into Atlanta in December and January. So they've still got lots they can work on, and of course get it right for full circuit. That would be amazing to see how well these guys do. A tremendous squad. Placebo's a great guy. Menschmeyer, who used to play for Fate, he's on that team. Tusker, who used to play for Death and Taxes, is on that team as well. Skill Cannon's left or was kicked, whichever. He's no longer on that team. He is a free agent. I think Phil's Potato Men are going to be picking up a 5th real soon. And, of course, I'm going to get in trouble for this because I can't remember the last person's name. Oh my god, why does that always happen to me? Like, legit, I should know these people. I know them. I've been playing with these guys for the last year. How can I not know this person? Oh my god, Jay, Brain, who, how, why? Anyway, they're a great team, alright? That should get me out of trouble. Anyway, moving on to the Summer NA circuit. And week 4 looked tremendous. Let's just bring it up. There we go. Now, Ana Grande fanboys, this was versus, I think it is Oblivious Esports. Obviously, that Oblivious didn't show up. Ana Grande went on to fight off against the number 1 seed Match Point. And, of course, that turned out to be rather funny. It was a great, Pretty Hair was loving himself. It was so good. It was a good stream. It was a good cast for that match. Match Point versus that. Match Point take that 2-0. Art of Warfare coming up. King of the North. King of the North take that 2-0. That was not actually streamed. I think it was Ardent. Yeah, Ardent Frost versus Unity Esports. Ardent Frost pretty much dominated Unity. Now, Unity seemed to be a nice team. And, they're coming together nicely. Hopefully they stick around. And then, they can progress forward, maybe get into the round of 16. That'd be lovely to see. But Ardent looked really strong in that match. And, of course, they went on. Zenith Black versus Jolt GG. Zenith Black, of course. Now, Zenith Black is one of those teams that have been around for forever. And I've got a lot to say about these teams. Zenith Black, I've got tremendous amount of respect for. They've been around as long as Torpedo and Fate and stuff. Like, these guys have been here since day one, and they're still sticking at it, and I've got nothing but respect for them, and as well as Ronin as well. So Match Point used to be Warpath. They've now changed, new sponsor, Match Point and stuff like that. So, all good. Anyway, Ardent take that 2-0. They move on to face off against Eager. Zenith Black take the game against Jolt 2-0. Let's start at the top. Match Point versus Ana Grande. Like I said, that was a quick 2-0. Now we've got Ardent Ascendants over King of the North. Both Ardent teams doing very well. Ardent Ascendants take the game against King of the North 2-0 in quick succession. Good God. English J, hard. Eager versus Ardent Frost. Ardent couldn't maintain a roster for that amount of time. One of their players had to go, so Eager get a bye into the next round. Please understand, in the standings, if you get a bye, it does not count as a win. You do not, again, get a part of your win percentage, okay? So, obviously, it's not going to affect anything because Eager's already second. It's pretty much guaranteed second. Moving on, Ronin versus Zenith Black. Now, I'm not sure if this was streamed because I fell asleep. I feel like an idiot. I did fall asleep. I think it was Match Point versus Ana Grande. That was the streamed match. I would have preferred to see Ronin versus Zenith Black because I think these two teams are so evenly matched. Sadly, I didn't see how the compositions or anything like that, but Ronin versus Zenith Black was a good game nonetheless. Ronin take that 2-0. They get to face off against Eager. Matchpoint versus Ardent Ascendants. Ardent Ascendants making it into the semi-finals. Congratulations to them. Sadly, though, you got to fight off against Matchpoint. Matchpoint have pretty much, for the last couple of weeks, been uncontested. They are very dominant. Right now, they're a level above the rest of the competition in an NA. Matchpoint take that 2-0, but congratulations to Ardent. They get to go in against Ronin, who lost out to Eager. Eager take that 2-0. Bronze match, Ardent Ascendants versus Ronin. Ronin took that 2-0. And then as we move on to the finals. Now, I've got a couple of things I want to say about how Eager played. Now, Eager are a tremendous team. They really are. Bitey and all them guys. It's an amazing team they've got there. But they picked out this Victor pick, and for 2 games straight, first game and second game, we didn't see any. It was 4 versus 5. I think Jake B was on Victor, and it wasn't working for them. And they didn't change up. And even the casters picked up Vox and Rain Day, they picked up on it as well. And the majority of the people here who were watching it on the big plasma were all sitting there going, why are they actually running the Victor? It's not doing anything. I mean, obviously you run Victor because he's got the high mobility and he's also the ultimate. It's tremendous damage. But overall, he doesn't bring enough to the table. And we couldn't understand why he was in there. There were several other niche picks you could have picked to bring that in. Now, maybe that was Bitey's call or somebody else's call. Or maybe he felt like, oh no, I can do this. Or maybe it was a team decision to bring it in. But nonetheless, it did not work and it didn't pay out. But like I said, Eager are a great team. They've definitely got the potential to beat Matchpoint. But Matchpoint, like I said previous to this, Matchpoint just seemed like they are a step above everybody else. And it looks absolutely freaking phenomenal. I cannot wait till next week to see what comes out. I'm really, really hoping that we see both Ardent teams make it to the semi-finals. I'd love to see that. I think that's tremendous. But yeah, guys, that is my quick roundup. I do apologize for not putting out a video last week. Back as normal every Tuesday now. And also, Vox has continued his match or overtime series now, so you might want to check that out. Of course, you can check that out for Vox Tempest on YouTube. And of course, check out his Twitter. The guy is awesome. He's one of the best casters around. And he's doing some great video content for Paladins. Shout out to you, Vox. You are awesome. Thank you ever so much for the content you have provided. He's done so much for the community, and I just want to say a massive shout out to him. And a congratulations to Rain Day being picked up by Hi-Rez. He is now a Hi-Rez employee. And you know what? The scene's coming together. This is like 6 months, 8 months ago when we started looking, oh, it's looking sketchy. Are we going to do this in 6 months down the line? And here we are now. The community is freaking awesome. Like, everybody knows everybody, and it's, people are asking questions in Discord, and people are generally coming forward. Pros aren't keeping themselves to themselves. They're helping out new players as well. And it really, truly is an amazing community, and I love this community. I really do, and I think there's been so much. I'm very happy to be a part of this community, a pillar of the community, and help out the community. I own Fate, of course, but I feel this game, Paladins, is just going to keep growing and go further and further and further. And it's a massive thank you from me. I love this guy. I love you guys. You are absolutely freaking amazing. So, thank you ever so much for watching. If you did like this video, please do subscribe to the channel, and of course, like the video, share it with your friends, and all that good stuff. Let me know what I would like you guys to do in the comment section below. What would you have picked instead of the Victor for Eager? I'd love to hear from you. Alright, guys, thank you ever so much for watching. But, from me, Au revoir. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next week.